Welcome back. It's May 4th, 2026, and we are looking at a city on the edge of a logistical breaking point. Tomorrow, the largest carnival in Scandinavia kicks off, flooding these streets with tens of thousands of people in a surge of color and music. Within the same season, a second wave of 700,000 visitors will descend on the harbor to witness the tall ships races. Aalborg is a relatively small city in northern Denmark. Seeing over 1 million people converge here in a single year forces us to ask what this specific location is doing that others aren't. Historically, Aalborg wasn't a destination. It was an industrial workhorse, known as the City of Smoking Chimneys, defined by a skyline of gray plumes. For decades, massive cement plants and tobacco factories dominated the landscape, dictating both the local economy and the city's identity. The cultural energy of 2026 represents a radical, deliberate break from that industrial past, rather than a slow, natural evolution. Controlling trade on the Limfjord is built into the city's DNA, stretching back to Viking settlements marked by these stone graves at Lindholm Høje. This strategic position at the narrowest point of the fjord fueled centuries of wealth through the herring fishery and livestock exports to the south. In the 20th century, that connection to the water was severed. Massive industrial complexes, like the Aalborg Portland cement plant, rose directly on the shoreline, physically walling the citizens off from the fjord. As heavy industry declined, the city faced a crisis common to the global Rust Belt, a crumbling economic engine and a waterfront that no longer served its people. To survive, Aalborg's leadership decided to hack their infrastructure, pivoting the city's physical layout to support a new type of economy. They started with a radical mobility project, the Plus Bus system. This is a bus rapid transit network that functions like a light rail, using dedicated lanes to bypass standard traffic. This diagram shows the efficiency of the 24-meter double-articulated electric buses. By carrying up to 150 passengers in a single zero-emission vehicle, one bus effectively removes over 70 cars from the city grid. While the streets were being cleared, the industrial port was retrofitted to manufacture and export wind turbine blades, trading cement for green energy production. Rebuilding the transit and energy infrastructure provided the physical foundation required to transition from a manufacturing hub to a cultural one. Surviving the post-industrial shift required a completely new aesthetic identity to complement the green transit upgrades. The city anchored this identity in the Utzon Center and Musikens Hus, turning the once restricted industrial waterfront into a public hub for architecture and music. The Utzon Center links the city to the legacy of Jørn Utzon, the local architect who designed the Sydney Opera House. Replacing factory walls with public art venues reconnected the citizens to the fjord, providing a direct boost to local social health and satisfaction. The tourism influx of 2026 represents the payoff for decades of social and architectural rebuilding. The revised urban layout easily accommodates the carnival parades and the Skavrock concert series because it was designed with this level of density in mind. Even the local food scene evolved, with traditional Smørrebrød, Danish open-faced sandwiches, becoming a centerpiece of the city's high-end cultural ecosystem. The scale of these events shows how foundational infrastructure changes allow a city to host a level of cultural energy that would have paralyzed its old industrial grid. Aalborg provides a survival guide for aging industrial cities currently facing obsolescence. Its success comes from trading smokestacks for wind turbines and replacing restricted industrial waterfronts with accessible public spaces. Subscribe to stay updated on how cities are reinventing themselves, and share this video with anyone interested in the future of urban design. This blueprint for future urban living is already thriving in northern Denmark.